Welcome to the deep dive. So today we've got this interesting riddle from someone named Thomas.
hmm
It goes, I can't feel it, but I can't experience what I do feel without it. What is it?
Right. And we're actually going to follow the thought process of someone deep think trying to crack this.
Exactly. We have their recorded attempts plus feedback from Thomas. It's like watching someone puzzle it out in real time. The mission. Find that surprisingly fundamental answer they missed at first.
Yeah. And it's fascinating where deep think started. Tangible things, right? Brain, nervous system.
Makes sense? Stuff involved in feeling.
Totally logical, but that can't feel it part, that kind of stumped them.
Right, so then they shifted. Abstract stuff.
Yeah, like mind, consciousness, soul, even space or time initially. Exploring options.
Which, shows how we often jump to complex ideas first, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Overthinking it.
So deep think actually landed on the brain as an initial guess. Seems plausible.
Plausible, yeah, but Thomas shot it down. Said it was much more fundamental. Ooh. Okay, fundamental. That's a big clue. Takes you away from just the body's wiring.
Exactly. It forces you to think about the absolute basics of, well, being able to experience anything. What underpins it all?
Stuff we probably take for granted. So basic, it's almost invisible.
Precisely. Then Thomas throws another hint and says a clue was given twice.
Ah, and Deep Think noticed the word feel is repeated. I can't feel it. What I do feel.
Yeah, that repetition jumps out. Seems like the thing to focus on.
But was it? Seems like Thomas might have been setting up a bit of a misdirection there.
Could be. Focusing just on the word feel might make you miss the bigger picture. Fixating on a detail.
And Thomas kind of calls that out, right?
Totally.
Said Deep Think was close, but, can't see the forest for the trees.
And that the answer was simpler. Maybe hiding in plain sight at the tip of your tongue.
So not some super technical or philosophical thing necessarily. Something simple, obvious even.
That's the hint. It suggests we need to strip away the complexity we added ourselves. Stop overthinking.
Okay, so then Deep Think has this moment. Considers time.
Right. The thinking was, I can't feel time directly, but feelings happen over time.
Makes sense. But then Deep Think dismisses it, calls it a stretch.
Yeah, self-doubt kicking in. But Thomas jumps on that exact moment.
What do you say?
Something like, well, no shit, Sherlock. That's the very definition of thinking outside of the box. Basically, embrace that stretch.
Wow. So that hesitation, that dismissal was actually blocking the path? You got to trust those less obvious ideas sometimes.
That's often where the breakthroughs are, isn't it? Those aha moments feel like a stretch until they click.
Okay, then things get weird. Thomas asks about apples.
Yeah, seemingly out of nowhere. I have 5 apples today. Yesterday I ate 3 apples. How many left today?
What on earth does that have to do with the riddle? 5 minus 3 is 2, but...
Well, think about the structure. Yesterday, today, the connection between the events.
It depends on the passage of.
Exactly. The analogy isn't about apples. It's about how time connects states or events. Subtle.
Very subtle.
Wow.
Okay, so that's reinforcing the idea Deep Think dismissed.
Leading them back to it. And then Thomas just lays it out.
Huh.
He basically says, start paying attention now. It's time. Literally embedding the answer in the feedback.
No way. He just gave it away right there.
Pretty much. Connecting it straight back to the riddle structure and the earlier hints. So the answer is time.
Time. Okay, let's unpack that. You can't physically feel time, like touch or taste.
Nope. No direct sensory input for time itself.
But you can't experience anything, especially feelings which unfold and change, without time passing.
Exactly. No time, no duration, no sequence, no before and after for a feeling to even exist in. It's the dimension within which experience happens.
So fundamental, but you can't point to it or hold it. Wow. Okay.
Right.
So for you listening, the takeaway here, it's not just about logic, is it? You need that creative leap, that outside-the-box moment.
And paying attention. Paying attention to all the clues, even the weird apple ones, and not letting that self-doubt shut down ideas too early.
It really highlights how easy it is to overlook the most basic fundamental parts of our reality. They're just there.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe. What else is like that? What other utterly essential aspects of existence are we maybe not directly sensing, but can't experience anything without?
What other obvious answers are hiding in plain sight in our lives? Or even in bigger questions?
Something to mull over. What are the invisible frameworks?
Definitely something to think about.